Testing, testing, testing. Can you hear me? Because I messed up while trying to make sure that the sound machine is working. Let me see. All right, it looks like it's working. Can you let me know if you can hear me? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy messy Monday. Looks like it sounds like the sound machine might be working. Shout out to all of y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. If you're on Team Replay, I see you. I appreciate you. We have changed topics. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes that's just how it goes. So, Generation Z, you get a reprieve for now. For now, but I'm on your ass. Don't even think I'm not. All right. Might be some more important things to be worried about than y'all right now. All right. And it is about the community. Shout out to the community. Shout out to the community. And a video that I'm pretty sure it was Lawrence that sent to me by our friend, the biblical conservative, who has a video we're going to take a look at that's titled, "These Three Black Men Warned the Black Community About Black Fatigue Years Ago." But as we already know, the community does not like to listen to things that make sense. They like to listen to shit that doesn't. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. So we're going to watch his video. I really don't have a Nolan update yet at this point, but as y'all know, the funeral is today. Ringo has been saying something. I gotta sit with it a second before I talk to what he's saying. We'll see. And it looks, I don't know if it's going to be televised. I haven't seen anything to see if it's going to be televised yet. So maybe there'll be something. I got a feeling it's going to be televised. I mean, if we know Al and we know Ben, it's going to be televised, okay? Keep the protest to the left. All right. Go ahead and if you for us, be over here. If you not, be over there. You know how I go. Yeah, y'all know how I go. Anyway, but before we get to that, let me let somebody. I'm gonna try to get through some things that I've been trying to get through for the weekend, but couldn't get to because we've been on a roll. All right. But Serena would like to say good morning to y'all in case you missed it. Now, you know, Serena, the color community loves some Serena Williams. And listen, I ain't got no problem with Serena when she was doing tennis. And, when she came out, shout out to her daddy. Okay. Good morning, Skinny. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Yes. We got to get in where we fit in, boo. We got to get in where we fit in. All right. But Serena was out here upset at some flowers, if y'all remember, saying that was racism. And, she be one of these people that be talking out. No shade against Serena, the best that ever did it. Okay. Her and Venus. Right. But as y'all know, as y'all are supposed to be boycotting white people, Serena is married to a white man. And now she coming out here with this wig. Like, girl, what is going on? You have too much money. You have too much money for you to be looking like this. Like, okay, if I look like that, I might have a coin or two, but not like Serena, right? This is the best you could do, girl. And of course, they're going to go ahead and show her. But we're not supposed to say anything about this, y'all. Okay? Because that's in the code. Tadisha, I see you here. Good morning, boo. That is in the code. If a black woman come out here with blonde hair on her head, you don't say anything. The same black woman that's married to a white man, you don't say anything. But you all need to make sure that you boycott white people because they're dangerous, okay? Her being married to a white man, that doesn't matter. But white people are dangerous, and y'all, damn. And right in the beginning, huh? And y'all, make sure that you boycott white people, Asian people, but it's okay for Serena and her blonde hair and her white husband to come out here and be shown on the blogs that's run by ABCD. Let's see what she's saying. Now, is that black music? I don't know. I don't know that song. It's probably one of these new people. Yeah, you go, girl. She looks different because she used Ozempic to lose weight. I don't know why, but she still look good. Listen, them arms is arming. I'll take them any day of the week. All right. But this is okay. Oh, somebody in the comments said it's just the makeup and the wig that gives white chicks. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But it's not for me to get. Remember when the Williams sisters first came out and everybody all they did was talk about their facial features and their hair, right? White people, right? And the dad always defended, you know what I'm saying? And because he wasn't playing no games, yeah. And they endured and persevered. A lot of racism in tennis. It's typically what's considered a white person's sport. And of course, we know that there's been Black people who have broken in. Shout out to all of them. But it's still typically considered a white person's sport. I love watching tennis. And I love watching the young people who are coming up. Love the US Open, the French Open, all that stuff. So now I guess if it was any other person, the Blacks would be saying, why are you changing? I mean, there's a couple people in the comments. Yeah, they are saying stuff. Why are you trying to conform to white people? Why are you trying to change your Black features? Why are you assimilating? No, for Serena, no, she get a pass. So this is why I get confused with the code. Because what you say and what you allow are two different things. It's always this one okay, but that one's not. This one's not okay, but that one is. You see how the code don't work? Because I know the haters will come at some point, the hating hoes, and just be like, you shouldn't talk about Serena. I'm not talking about Serena. I'm asking questions, because the Black community will be saying how white people are trying to look like Black people and trying to assimilate and take stuff from Black people. But what is this? This is allegedly one of your pro-Blacks too, right? Remember the cotton thing in the middle, and she, this is racist. This is girl. Well, what is this? This looked like the hair from I Dream of Jeannie. Do y'all remember that Generation X, the show I Dream of Jeannie with Larry Hagman and the lady, I forget her name, Barbara Eden, that's her name. But this is okay. So Serena, her blonde hair, her white man is all acceptable, and she don't have to boycott white people, but you all, because it's dangerous. So when she goes home with just her and the white man, it's not dangerous. But if you all get into an elevator with a bunch of white people, according to Ricky Smiley, you should be scared. Shout out to all the scared sassy straights. All right. So that's Serena saying good morning. I'm going to bring some other stuff up, but let me go ahead and get this video started because we're going to get through this one. So shout out to the Biblical Perspective. It says 3 Black men who warned the Black community about Black fatigue years ago. Now, when I talk about Bill Cosby, people don't want to hear none of that. They want to just be like, he a rapist. Okay. So allegedly, yes, he is. And yes, he did. He used to put stuff in women's drinks. Okay. We're not going to act like we don't know. Right. But if we always want to just talk about what someone does that was wrong instead of the things that they was trying to tell y'all that was right, I'm confused as to who is in charge of the Black community. Who are the leaders of the Black community? Because the people that y'all are choosing, I ain't following none of them. They don't make no sense to me. You're never going to get me because really the Black community has turned into the Democratic community. It's not the Black community. It's really the Black progressive, liberal Democratic community. Because that's who you listen to. That's who you follow. That's who you get direction from, and those that are a part of it and are into it. And to no avail to progress anything, but continue to support them and vote for them and get nothing in return. And Rowley said it, your leader, one of your leaders said it, but y'all like to ignore that and continue to listen to him. So they be playing in your face. We already know. So I just want to understand, because when Bill Cosby came out, I said, okay, yeah, Bill, that makes sense. Somebody try to come out and tell y'all today for some shit that makes sense, y'all poo-poo on them. Y'all say they ain't shit. But you'll listen to a ghetto boy over a lawyer. Okay, so let me get into it. Because I'm sure I can get some rants going on while during the video. Shout out to Prince Revolver. I appreciate you. He said, Auntie, why are you up so early? Jim, now I'm back. I got time before I got to go to work. I work from home today. And depending on this funeral, we're going to be live streaming that later on today. Okay. My bet is on it will be public. If we know Ben, And we know Al, because they're going to make an appearance, child. Oh, they going to be there. Along with some others, but we shall see. We shall see. Thank you for another 2. He said, it's snow and rice bunny summer. That is not allowed. You are going against the code. All right? Come on, Sean. Ooh, you look mad. Come on, Sean.
Say, in terms of the Black community and being accountable for our actions and being accountable for our families, being accountable for our communities, how God has given us our own agency, that we're not victims, that we are empowered for greatness. There was a time when those things were not taboo.
He must not have heard Ricky. We are definitely victims, because when you're an alleged man running around talking about, I'm scared to be in an elevator with white people, sounding pretty victimish to me. But maybe it's just me. But go ahead.
Those things will not get you canceled. Those things will not have you labeled as a sellout, Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus, or a step and fetch it. There was a time when people were receptive to that message. I'm going to play for you 3 videos from the past 15 to 20 years, and you will see how people were receptive to this message 20, 15 years ago. But a funny thing happened along the way. Black people became more and more dumbed down and became more and more tolerable and more accepting of second-class citizenship.
Entertainer Bill Cosby is known for making people laugh, but this summer he's been at the center of controversy for his tough talk aimed at some in Black America. Most recently at a Rainbow Push Coalition dinner in Chicago earlier this month, where he criticized
Shout out to GLC. Oh, wrong one. Rest in peace to Jesse Jackson. So he was over here, Rainbow Push. Everybody was listening to Jesse. Jesse said this, Jesse said that. Here come Bill Cosby at Rainbow Push. I'm sure he probably went to National Action Network too, but come on, Bill.
Some black men.
You young men and old men, you've got to stop beating up your women because you can't find a job, because you didn't want to get an education.
Speaking to the mostly black audience, Cosby disparaged the casual use of racial slurs by African-American entertainers.
When you put on a record, and that record is yelling this and that and cursing all over the thing, and you got your little 6-year-old, 7-year-old sitting in the backseat of the car, those children hear that?
And he said,
where they do that at? Was Bill prophesying? Was Bill prophesying? Shout out to Trey for the silver stars. I appreciate you. How did Bill know? I'm confused. Sorry, y'all. I'm kind of eating at the same time. I'm confused. You mean Bill already
My
knew?
man. My man.
You mean Bill knew? Because this is what the community defends. Sexy Red. Yeah. Oh, we're going to get back to Spin That. Yeah, we're going to stay on Spin That. All right. Kiana, I appreciate you. She said the funeral is being streamed. Now, how did we know that? Thank you for confirming. She said the Google says it can be watched at the Grio's YouTube channel. Of course. Shout out to the Grio. And Al Sharpton, who they just met yesterday, Shade, is officiating. Wow. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Thank you for confirming, Boo.
Said too many black parents are avoiding personal responsibility.
It is almost analgesic to talk about what the white man is doing against us. And it keeps a person frozen in their seat.
Cosby came under fire for those comments.
It gives a society that may have racist tendencies at times.
Now, Elijah Cummings is no longer with us, I believe. But watch who came out to criticize.
Is Elijah, did we go over this already? All right, let me let it go. He said he's going up out of here. Rest in peace to that man. But, you know, the leaders that black people choose seem to be overwhelmingly Democratic.
Bill Cosby. Just watch. The same people that want to criticize things that I say, the black triumvirate, the ones that are paid to keep you thinking a certain way, to keep you in a permanent state of victimhood.
To see it as a pass, an excuse, and say, see, they're not doing for themselves. While so many African Americans are working very, very hard.
It was the second time in 2 months Cosby's remarks drew controversy. In May at Howard University, Cosby said this: the lower economic...
Okay, let me go back. Elijah said many people in the black community are working very hard. All right, sir, I'm not saying that that's not true. But if you think back, this is probably from the 80s. Clearly it's from the 80s because they were referencing the Cosby Show. So you're telling me that from the 80s at this point up until now, Black people still behind and last in every damn thing. Let's be honest. Are we going to be honest or are we going to lie? So clearly enough people haven't been working enough and getting through in order to be in a better spot for us. Why are we still at the bottom? Whatever it is, it ain't working. But then someone says this, like Bill Cosby, who we all revered, even during the Cosby Show, even when we knew what was going on, Generation X, we knew what was going on, because what was not necessarily acceptable in the 60s and the 70s is just what it was. But then they want to apply 2000 whatever laws to what was happening back then. Whatever. Okay. So then Bill Cosby got taken down. And so I guess now we can't listen to what he was saying, even though it's true, but defending Spin Dat and what's her name makes sense. Listening to Ricky Smiley, low testosterone, say that he's scared of white people. And now you got all these TikTokers, because now it looks like TikTok runs the community. Let me add that in there. And so we should be listening to people that got nose rings for life advice, people who haven't even reached an age to have life to be advising anyone. But that's who the community wants to listen to. TikTok. TikTok. Okay. Tech Coach Ralph, I appreciate you. Very generous of you, honey. Said, appreciate what you do. Thank you so much. And thank you for your support. New name. So I'm assuming you're new. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the new subscribers. We appreciate you. On the way to 50K and beyond. Shout out to y'all. Almost 46. Thank you so much. Prince with another 2. He says, somebody tell her trainer she's cheating. She put it out here because she was advertising GLP-1s because she's allegedly a ambassador, a sponsor, whatever you want to call it. So she's encouraging people to use GLP-1s. Now, listen, if you got to use it, you got to use it. I don't understand why she'd have to use it, but it's not for me to understand. Well, my trainer did explain to me why. But, it don't make sense to me. But to each his own, child, to each his own. Come on, Bill.
In 2 months, Cosby's remarks drew controversy. In May, at Howard University, Cosby said this: the lower economic people are not holding up their end in this deal. These people are not parenting. They're buying things for kids. $500 sneakers. For what? And won't spend $200 for Hooked on Phonics.
Now, is this not still true today? Is this not kind of still true today? Poors, don't get mad at me, okay? I be trying to help y'all. Y'all don't want to listen. And then you rather listen to the people that's going to come over here and say, you Auntie Ruckus, child. I'm not trying to hear that. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have your money, then the rest of it don't matter. Instead of pocket watching someone else, you should be asking them, how did you do this so that you could do the same? I be trying to help y'all. Y'all don't want to listen. You don't want to pay for anything. But somehow, some way, a lot of people will find a way to pay $2,500 for a Chris Brown meet and greet. But, I digress. Bill, how did Bill know this is still going on today? Then you got the fake poors, which are people who really aren't poor, but they're doing whatever it is to get free stuff. I'm not going to play the video, but I'm sure we'll play it at some point.
He further clarified those remarks on PBS's The Tavis Smiley Show in May.
What I'm saying here, and the mistake I made, was in saying that there are people who are striving and working in the lower economic area. The people who are not holding up their end is quite obvious to me, and that happens to be those people who don't have a clue in terms of what education, learning standard English, math, and graduating from school, what that has for them in terms of empowerment.
Now, that was back in 2004. A few years later, the history...
All right, shout out to 2004. So what is that, 22 years ago? All right.
Of Bill Cosby's behavior from 30 years prior came out, and Bill Cosby was ultimately silenced and disgraced. And I always thought about it. I wonder why Bill Cosby all of a sudden was silenced and disgraced. Those things have been around for 30 years at that point. Those people could have come out and said those things. Now, I'm not trying to justify his behavior in the 70s. If he did those things, he should have done the time for that. But it's odd that those things came out right after he started speaking like that to the Black community. You ever thought about why that was?
Well, I thought it came out because of the comedian, of course. Again, if I knew about it as a child, that means that adults had to have known about it, because who the hell would I have heard it from, right? about what Bill Cosby was allegedly doing. But for those that know about Studio 54, and that's the only one that stands out in my head, there's a lot of people doing a lot of things that they shouldn't have been doing, including things to children. And the first ones that come to mind are like the child actors, Corey Haim, Corey, the other Corey child, all of those kids, Brooke Shields. Yeah, I know they white, but the point is that things was happening to people that shouldn't have been happening to people, and no one seemed to have a problem with it, and they let that shit go. They knew what was going on. And the thing with Bill Cosby and some of these women, I said some of these women, is that they still came back because it was more important for them to be in Hollywood and to be an actor, actress, or whatever than to be worried about their own safety. Prince, I appreciate you. He says, still waiting for Felicia Rashad to get her flowers and apology. Well, since you brought it up, exactly. When someone comes out to tell you something where you'd have to do some work and that makes sense and that's normal, then they get attacked. Because ain't no way that you ever gonna convince me that it made sense to attack Felicia Rashad. No way. So it sounds like it's a lot of no respect for the real person that should be a leader and that we should respect. However, listening to Spin That is where the community decides to lay their laurels.
Well, my scanning ass fellas, I spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, go your bag, boosting ladies where y'all at, stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, go your bag, spend that shit, spend that shit. Spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Spend that shit, spend that shit. Spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Woo!
I'm actually surprised somebody ain't came out and said that he's being racist for singing the song, but I digress. It's early.
And I got another example for you. Everybody's heard of the Boondocks, more than likely, have seen the Boondocks and have enjoyed the Boondocks, that cartoon series. Well, this is what the creator of the Boondocks said in 2003 to a group of young black people.
Black people, we really like to think of ourselves as the most creative geniuses on the planet, right? What the hell is so creative about 13 years of gangster rap? Nothing in rap music has changed in about 13 years.
Tavis was around now, wasn't he?
And we're supposed to be so brilliant. We're supposed to be, we feel ourselves on that. Everyone follows us. Yeah, they following us straight to hell.
Woo.
For real. You don't have the luxury of mistakes. Don't have it. Everything you do has to be right. Everything. Now, when it is right, people are so amazed because the expectations of you are so low that you will really be able to achieve amazing things just by having your stuff together. Show up on time, and people are astounded. They are astounded. Should the expectations of Black America be so low? No. Is it fair? No. Is it right? No. But that's what it is. That's image. Right now, our image is that of lazy, stupid people that never show up on time. So you know what? Show up on time. Break the mold.
And I will add in 2026.
No, that means that you're conforming to a white or supremacist standard. Don't do anything for us. Just worry about what white. This is why I always say, why y'all worry about white people? Y'all be worried too much about white people. Just too much about white people. I just be so confused. If y'all don't care about white people and they the oppressor, the white supremacists, the people that are holding Black people back, why are y'all so focused on them? This is what I'm saying. I am a white supremacist, but so many Black people be worried about what white people think. I promise you, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. But that's who y'all always, is it you or if it's not you? But that's who Black people seem to always be worried about, what white people think and what white people say and what they doing and where they at. Why? We should be concerned with what we doing and where we at and move to where we need to go to. Is that weird? Like, I just be so confused. Like, what's normal is not normal and what's not normal is normal. It's very confusing, especially with this code. So now it's boycott white people. But all these people who are boycotting white people allegedly, I promise you they're not quitting their white people job. So make that make sense for me, all the people that are saying that. Now, I call it boycotting white people, but what they're saying is that white people is the enemy and to stay away from white people. So I'm just calling it boycott white people, all right? Just like boycotting Asians. Remember, Rick Chow, supposed to be boycotting Asians, y'all. No more Asians, no more Asians. And yet, all this fight, rest in peace to Nolan, okay? But all this fight for the Nolan case, with no information, mind you, no firm information, okay? The mom is Asian. So that kind of goes against the issue with Asians. It don't matter. I mean, it don't make sense. Listen, if I had to go by everything the Black community said to do, I would be all over the place. And maybe that's why people are all over the place and nothing seems to get done. But when you're a follower, that's how that works. So if you're not trying to make sense of your life with how you work, I'd just be so confused, because the Walmsleys, who have a different last name than their son that is deceased, were doing very well down there in racist ass Mississippi, that they lived there seemingly their whole lives, at least Nolan's whole life, and was doing pretty well for themselves, very well for themselves. And they don't see color. We heard the deity say it. They don't see color. And they haven't, like Michi X says, never really came out and said that this was racist. But you get Ben Crump, you know, he gonna say it, okay? And he didn't say it. So now it's turned into this big to-do, still with no information. Let me see what the GoFundMe look like today, since we're talking about that. Let's see, GoFundMe. Probably should be at $750 by now, actually. Nolan. Not quite. 99% there though. That's good. They almost there, y'all. They almost there. So maybe after today's funeral. Well, clearly you haven't listened to Ricky Smiley and his bitch ass Raptor8. Clearly you haven't heard that he said that he's scared of white people. Are you scared of white people? Are you a man? Any men in here who are scared of white people? Because that's what Ricky Smiley said. I mean, just because you wasn't here don't make it not true. It's a fact. That's what he said. He also happens to be D9, and he also happens to be very much Democratic. I feel like there's a correlation here that many people don't want to see. But y'all gonna get delivered to the Democrats, because that's what this is about. They hang on to any bad Black experience, exploit it to say you got to be scared. That's the grift. You have to be scared. So that means that you then have to go and vote for Democrats, because Republicans, MAGA, conservatives are all racist. No racism in the Democratic Party, y'all. There ain't none. If you listen to these people, none. Okay. Shout out to Joe Biden. Whatever they say about Democrats and the rest are all true. They good. They love Black people. They do everything for Black people.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't Black.
And just like Moses, we asked yesterday, where's the Asian support? Asians child. Nolan's mom and Nolan are both Filipino, representing for Philippines in their bios. We went over that. Interesting how Al and Ben don't show y'all that stuff. Interesting how they don't show y'all that stuff. They were supporting Asians. They was down with the Asians. Now Blacks are supposed to be boycotting Asians, and yet there's all this for this family with information of which we really don't have much, except for he went to he got a picture with three white boys, and now all of a sudden this is racist with no proof. I'm just saying. No, you're all over the place because you don't want to hear it. No, you're the problem, not me. If you fucking listen, then you would understand. But if you're one of those, just sit here, because all views matter. Even if they're from ignorant people that still want to follow people like Ricky Smiley and Roland Martin and say dumb shit like boycott Asians and then sit up here and go all out for Asians. But anyway. Think what you think of yourself. Let's go over here. Back to Welcome to the Culture. Because good old Welcome to the Culture always has wonderful things to say. Okay. Oh, my bad. I didn't bring it back over. I'll go rewind it, Skinny. Thank you. They have the biggest rap songs in America right now. Now, I don't know who this is, Chad, but this little young person with all these young people around them have some great music here. So I'm in and out it. Because you know I can't play copywritten music, but let's hear what they got to say.
Let me tell you about my ghetto lover. A mother of two and she got 5 brothers.
Oh, let me tell you about my ghetto mother of 2 and 5 brothers. Oh, wow. Nice.
Like no other, you can smell her coming because she smell like cinnamon and cocoa butter.
You can smell her what? Child, what?
She got a man and that shit a bummer. Her best friend Dumb and Dumber.
Her and her best friend Dumb and Dumber. Nice. This is for the culture. From Welcome to the Culture.
Always out getting drunker and drunker. They say they outside all summer. I call her.
They getting drunker and drunker, being outside all summer. I like it.
Walking out the club, I tried to say what's up. She seen my face before she think I'm trying to set up.
Uh-oh, I don't even want to know what he about to say.
She said she had a man and told my ass to get the fuck.
Ooh, nice. I love it. This is for the culture. She said, I think it's a woman that runs this channel. It says, these are the biggest rap songs in America right now. What are y'all's thoughts on them? The charts usually tell us where the culture is at in that moment. So when you look at this list, what story do you think it tells about hip hop today? Are we in a strong era, a transition period, or are we missing something? Let's talk. This is what y'all want out here promoted. This is what the culture says.
But I be damned if I get turned down, baby, I'm not letting up.
Listen, these people look like they about 6 damn teen. I give them 8 damn teen, even though they don't look like it. But hey, y'all like it, we love it.
Let me tell you about my ghetto lover. A mother of 2 and she got 5 brothers.
My ghetto lover. Let me tell you about my ghetto lover, a single mama. Those are great things for the community, right? Yeah.
Like no other, you can smell her coming because she smell like cinnamon and cocoa butter.
I believe he said C-U-M. I could be wrong, but that's what I feel like I heard. I can smell her C-U-M. This is what y'all listening to? Okay. This what y'all's kids is listening to?
She got a man and that shit a bummer. Her best friend Dumb and Dumber.
This is what y'all's kids is listening to?
Always out getting drunker and drunker. They say they outside all summer. I call her walking out the club.
Call her walking out the club.
I tried to say what's up.
She
seen my face before she think I'm trying to set her up.
Hopefully he not trying to set her up.
She said she had a man and told my ass to get the fuck. But
these rhymes are wonderful.
I be damned if I get turned down, baby, I'm not letting up.
Okay, he not letting up. I hope that don't mean like you about to commit a crime by not letting up, but whatever. Y'all like it? We love it. Let me rewind Aaron again and let this play because I was on the wrong side. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
Break the mold.
And I will add in 2026 the images of lazy, stupid, ignorant, violent people that don't show up on time, that have children out of wedlock, that don't know how to control themselves, that act like animals. That is the image of the majority of Black people in the eyes of the rest of the world. I mean, the world. That is what they think of Black Americans. That is a perception that they have of Black Americans.
Understand not only what the world thinks of you, understand what you think of yourself, and understand who's controlling these images. I really want you guys to understand that time is running out. And a lot of Black people say that, but for real. Part of why the civil rights movement has been so successful, and part of why those who have come after in terms of our leadership have been able to maintain a presence, is that Black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency that we have been using. And let me be the first to tell you, that's used up. White America has been watching us act like fools for a long enough time where any sympathy they may have had to our plight is completely gone. You're approaching a country that, forget hating Black people and not hating Black people, they just don't care. You can be talking about affirmative action, they be like, I don't care. It literally is of no importance to me. I don't care about slavery. I don't care about segregation. I don't care about you. I don't care how many of you all go to jail. I don't care at all because I'm broke. You can't be the proud, noble fighter when every single time someone sees a person that looks like you on television, they're acting like a fool. How would they know? How would they know you're not a fool? You think they're gonna talk to you? Yeah, right. This is what we're facing.
That currency, that moral currency that black people had, it's been used up. That was back in 2003. They had black fatigue way back then. They were trying to warn black people about black fatigue back in 2003.
They was talking about black fatigue without saying black fatigue back then. The point here is that nothing is new and nothing is changing. Well, it's not changing for the better for the most part. Okay. Again, we at the bottom of so many lists. And then when some of us try to say, y'all are allowing these people who are allegedly leaders of the culture to keep your eye on something that is not the issue. It's not the issue. But because they want you to be focused on white people and racism and to be scared to, like, seriously, how do y'all that are in here trolling rectify a whole ass grown ass man, a millionaire, mind you, a first generation millionaire, meaning Ricky Smiley, actually saying that he's scared of white people and saying that y'all need to leave the country because of white people, and that nigga's still here? Help me understand how that works. I don't understand. Well, Mr. King, you can leave. How about that? No, you wouldn't do that because you are the problem. You are the absolute problem. Instead of listening for understanding, you want to be difficult and say that what I'm doing is wrong. So it doesn't matter what I do, which is why I don't care what you trolls feel and think. I don't give a damn. You keep listening to low testosterone men while you showing that you are a low testosterone man and saying that you scared of other men. You are the freaking slave. Honestly, at the end of the day, people like you are the freaking slave. Sitting around talking about you scared of white people. Well, child, we'll go on back. We'll go on back then. Anyway, Tadisha, thank you, boo. She said, Auntie, play that song again with the three girls. Oh, I'll find it. I'll find it while I let this play.
This was a warning back in 2003 about what we are seeing now with these black fatigue videos. Like I've played before when Carl Anderson talked about how this new batch of white people can be more anti-black.
And nothing has changed. And that black folk are still fighting for self-sufficiency and competitiveness in this country, and that we must come together quickly or what risk being a permanent underclass in the society.
One of the alarming predictions you make in the book is along...
Not be a permanent underclass in society, about to be worth zero in 2053? What?
Black.
And nothing has changed. And that black folk are still fighting for self-sufficiency and competitiveness in this country, and that we must come together quickly or what risk being a permanent underclass in the society.
One of the alarming predictions you make in the book is along those lines. You mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015?
2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there's going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And one, we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites can be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement. Two, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by
How the hell he know about the Hispanics coming? And who's fighting for the Hispanics, the legal ones, to stay here? Who is fighting for illegals? And not even just Hispanics, right? We know it's a lot of different people. But the point is that who's out here fighting to keep asylum seekers, allegedly, to stay here? Who's out here fighting for it? Who? Do you know why? Do you know why they're fighting for that? So that they can have a bigger voting block. So we could have a bigger voting block so that Democrats can make sure that they get people in, like Joe Biden, Cam. Because I guess since Bill and Obama was able to do it, I guess they can't do it no more. So now they got to find these other ways. As we've sat here and watched those people come over under Joe Biden's watch, not that people weren't trying to come into the country, but allowing them to just filter in. And then they got that, what is it called, y'all, where you don't have to have ID to vote. Oh, no. The Republicans, I guess, want that act that they came up with so that you can have ID to vote. And then you got white people and blacks talking about is Jim Crow 2.0. How is it Jim Crow 2.0? Do y'all not, anybody here not have an ID, Bueller? Is there anyone here right now that does not have an ID. Anybody? Bueller? Kevin, goodbye, Kevin, the solar tester. He said tonight's conversation is the leader of the community. Okay. Shout out to Prince. I appreciate you, honey. He said, leave the country to go where? Snow guilt doesn't exist outside of America, especially for a man. Africa, child, I don't know. You'd have to ask Ricky. He's the one that said it because he's the one that's trying to instill fear. So we've gotten all the way to 2026, going into 2027, to be sitting around here talking about being scared of white people. All this big talking, and now it's coming down to boycott white people. Okay, cool.
At point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being a minority in the society, down to minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4?
It's because that moral currency.
Ain't we at number 4? What's last place? I mean, Media Man goes over all the lists. Sure, if you want to know the list, you should go to him. I'm over it. But let me see. Top of eviction. What is it? Top of eviction, top of student loan debt. There's so many. Even though we're at the top, it's really a last place because it's a negative stat. Okay, so I gotta explain it to the slow people. Home ownership. They said we read articles not so long ago, maybe a year or two ago, where there's like, oh, we're not good at home. We don't have a lot of home ownership. Black women have a lot of home ownership, but then have a lot of evictions and things of that nature because, everybody's strong and independent, but then turn around looking for you sassy straights to come and save the day. And when you don't, you ain't shit. But once you're deceased or you become a criminal, that's when you are appreciated. Child, we already know what it is. Here's the other thing that the culture supports. Again, with the channel, welcome to the culture. For those that didn't see it when we went over this the other day, this is the song that's taken over TikTok. Another thing that's driving the community is TikTok. Whether you like it or not, this is the rap music that the younger generation are into. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. In case y'all missed it. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. Now make sure that these people who don't look like they're much older than 6 but
This is amazing.
I'm gonna assume they're at least 18, at least. All right, they look like babies, but they don't talk like babies. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. Spiders, makeup, and weave. Y'all like it? We love it. Y'all like it? We love it. You got Welcome to the Culture, upcoming blog. Because these blogs are a problem, whether y'all want to believe it or not. And this is what they want to make sure that they are just as debaucherous as they can be, and then defend it by saying, well, what y'all used to listen to. Well, what y'all used to listen to. Because it makes sense to continue to go down the debauchery lane, because if somebody else made the mistake, then we should be able to do it as well. You can't tell me. You're not going to tell me. Basically, that's what this is. That's why this channel, this blog continues to put this mess out. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. The lyrics are amazing, child. Amazing. Is this what y'all want your young daughters to listen to? I'm gonna put them into this, the young boys to the side for a second, even though, you know what? No, they need to hear this too. Is this what y'all like to have your kids listen to? Is this what y'all allow your kids to listen to? Your sons can run around calling girls biatches all day and half the damn night, and it should be accepted because then the girls see that this is okay. I'm not your bitch no more. Hey, I'm not your bitch no more. Watching on your Finsta. That's a fake Instagram account. So they basically stalking, more stalking. That's basically what that is stalking. I'm the one with the ass, never been an ass kisser. I'm the one with the ass, never been an ass kisser. With the bag, so I need a bag, bitch. She talking about she got the bag, y'all. This is my son and my fans, my babysitter. She's a single mom, it sounds like, too. Wonderful stuff, child. Wonderful stuff. Which one of y'all are allowing your kids to listen to this, Bueller? Anybody? Bueller?
The thirsty got me numb equivalent to painkillers. Bitch, we not the same. We just got the same niggas from
Biatch, we are not the same. We just got the same nigga. Woo! Look, I love it. Y'all like it? I love it.
Popping out with K's like they trying to hang niggas. We spent they block a while ago. Them niggas still
See, and then come in and again blame white people. I love it. I love it. It's white people's fault. This white people's fault. That's basically what you're saying. So if we know what it is, right? But keep participating because we need money so badly. So it's not our fault. It's the distributors. So you acknowledge that it's a minstrel show. You don't want to call out the people that actually do it because if black people stop doing it, then they couldn't have anything to distribute. Is that true or false? Is that true or false? That's the question on the table. But child, that would require somebody to actually, quote unquote, stand on business. But y'all know ain't no standing on business really at the end of the day. So just keep doing it. Keep blaming white people. Nothing changes. And here we are about to be word zero in 2053. It's always white people's fault. Always somebody else's fault. Not these actual people on the freaking screen that's doing it. Not them. No, not at all. Hell, not even the daggone blog that's showcasing them. That's showcasing them. Anyway. Mr. Too Fresh, thank you, boo. He said he know this is because of the Hart-Celler Act of 1965. They put a bunch of illegals in black communities to uncut black worker wages. I'm assuming you're talking about Ricky Smiling. I've never heard of that, but I wouldn't disagree with you. Because if illegals are going to take any job, then that will take jobs away from others who probably need the job, right? They don't want to look at that. Or they'll come and they'll do anything and be on a come up, and then people will be mad at that. But you have people, I'm gonna just say Generation Z. I said I would leave y'all alone, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Generation Z, who don't want to work. And they just like, yeah, I don't want to work. I just want to live. And so they do stuff like OF. So then they just become whores. And let's we not act like that's not what this is. So y'all allow your kids to go out of the house dressed like this at this age too? Okay, cool. I can teach you hoes. She can teach hoes? Oh, of course she can. Oh no. Frying some chicken. You know you're talking about chicken. That's racist too. I'm a winner. I've never been a bitch. Wait, but you just now said I ain't your bitch no more. Oh, come on. Make it make sense. I got some HEAD. Goodbye. Yeah. I don't think I listened to it that closely yesterday, but okay, whatever. Y'all like it. I love it. But if Bill Cosby says something, you can't listen to him. Felicia Rashad says something, you don't listen to her. Monique says something, you don't listen to her. Sexy Red says something, you listen to her. This crap right here, you'll listen to. Or Ricky Smiley, that low testosterone male that he is, you'll listen to him to say that you should be scared. Or whoever came up with this, well, I guess it was him, kind of. No, it's the people on TikTok, actually, that are saying that you need to stay away from white people. So basically boycott white people. And I'm just trying to understand how that even works. I'm still trying to get the information on Target because I ain't heard nothing on what that is done, produced, where it's going or anything like that. Again, I don't shop in Target, so it doesn't matter to me, but I still would just like to know, like have some regular updates. Can the updates at least be quarterly? Anybody got an update? Because Jamal was clearly wrong. They ran his ass off of it. So what's the update? But keep boycotting. I don't care. I bought the stock. Y'all, somebody ain't boycotting it because when it went down, I bought some. John Doe, thank you for the flow state. I appreciate you. I know I'm an auntie ruckus, but I'm also a person that knows that if you ain't got no money, you definitely ain't going nowhere. So that's what I would say. Coolie Cat says, play the spiders makeup. I'll play a little bit of it. Hold on a second.
Spiders makeup weave. Hey, spiders makeup weave. Hey, we got a new song. We got a new song. You all are the gift that keep on giving us, 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 on giving us. Hey, hey, hey. Spiders makeup weave.
All right. I don't want to play the whole thing. Let's get back to biblical perspective. Let's let him finish. It's only about 8 more minutes.
He has been used up. And I blame the Black triumvirate, but I also blame the community at large for using that currency up. Instead of taking advantage of it and progressing in the way that God wanted us to progress, we regressed and went backwards. And you're not going to get that same sympathy from Americans, and especially white Americans, anymore, because they're struggling as well. They're paying high gas prices. They're not concerned about you and your marching, your voter rights, because they see videos of you acting a fool every other minute.
Oh no, Sean, you know you can't do this. Yes, Sean, you know you cannot do this. Too many people worrying about white people.
And I'll play one last video from Don Lemon. Oh yeah, not the same Don Lemon you see today, but this Don Lemon actually was speaking truth and facts.
The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of the African-American family.
He's got a point. In fact,
I know you fucking lying. You telling me that
This is amazing.
You telling me that Don Lemon was agreeing with Bill O'Reilly? You trying to tell me that Don Lemon was listening to Bill O'Reilly and now he's completely opposite while he goes home to his white man? Is anyone saying that Don Lemon needs to be boycotted since white people need to be boycotted and Don Lemon goes home to a white man nightly? He was listening to this Bill O'Reilly?
That is it for us today. Okay, I don't know what, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. What is for credits? I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show? Yeah. All right, go. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Child, Bill O'Reilly, his crazy ass, but that is still funny. So Don Lemon was agreeing with that white man that's racist, child. And I'm not saying that Bill O'Reilly isn't racist because I really don't know. I don't give a damn about him. Is he still alive? Y'all know how I do. But Don Lemon, that's not how you be talking now.
The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of the African American family.
He's got a point. In fact, he's got more than a point. Bill?
Raised without much structure, young black men often reject education and gravitate towards the street culture, drugs, hustling, gangs. Nobody forces them to do that. Again, it is a personal decision.
He is right about that too. But in my estimation, he doesn't go far enough. Because black people, if you really want to fix the problem, here's just 5 things that you should think about doing. Here's number 5. And if this doesn't apply to you, if you're not doing this, then it doesn't apply to you. I'm not talking about you. Here's number 5. Pull up your pants. Some people, a lot of them black, gave me flack for saying that recently on the Wendy Williams show. If you're sagging, it means, I think it's your self-esteem is sagging and who you are as a person, it's sagging. Young people need to be taught respect and there are rules. Number 4 now is the N-word.
For our generation, what we did was we took the word and we took the power out of that word.
We took this word and we made it into poetry.
Now, number 3, respect where you live. Start small by not dropping trash, littering in your own communities. I've lived in several predominantly white neighborhoods in my life. I rarely, if ever, witness people littering. I live in Harlem now. It's an historically black neighborhood. Every single day, I see adults and children dropping their trash on the ground when a garbage can is just feet away. Just being honest here. Number 2, finish school. You want to break the cycle of poverty? Stop telling kids are acting white because they go to school or they speak proper English. And number 1, and probably the most important, just because you can have a baby, it doesn't mean you should, especially without planning for one or getting married first. More than 72% of children in the African American community are born out of wedlock. That means absent fathers. And the studies show that lack of a male role model is an express train right to prison. And the cycle continues. So please, black folks, as I said, if this doesn't apply to you, I'm not talking to you. Pay attention to and think about what has been presented in recent history as acceptable behavior. Pay close attention to the hip hop and rap culture that many of you embrace, a culture that glorifies everything I just mentioned, thug and reprehensible behavior, a culture that is making a lot of people rich, just not you.
What Don Lemon, Bill Cosby.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I know you effing lying. Not the Don Lemon that says that it's okay, or he out here fighting for Somalians. Not that same Don Lemon child that's telling y'all that all these Republicans are racist, Fox News is racist, everybody is racist, and y'all need to be scared. And you should not like white people, even though he goes home to a white person. See, a lot of white people don't be looking at stuff like that. Like, you listen to these alleged pro-blacks that care about blacks, that think they doing right by black people, and then they go home to white people. Now, initially, I was like, I don't know if it's a thing. But now that I see it happening over and over and over and over and over again, it's like, oh, no. No. There's something to that. And then Serena, no. There's definitely something to that. Child, now it's AI. Okay. Yeah, I tell you. So all this is AI, y'all. All of it is AI. You cannot reason with the unreasonable. And this is part of the reason why you can't even take history, because, everybody can go back to the history way back with slavery and stuff, but they can't go back to the actual history of what has actually transpired over the last several years to learn anything. So how can you have anything change for people that refuse to listen? Because it's easier just to be a lazy person and to not do anything and to just blame someone else and then, just be out here looking for the free. Because there's always somebody out here looking for free stuff, as we already know.
We like free stuff, so we came out here to get all this free stuff, but then the call saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Because the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
All right, Skinny, if you say so, then I apologize. If I'm wrong, then I apologize, okay? But what I will also say is that clip that I just played is not AI and it ain't made up. And image matters, even though it seems like sometimes image matters and then sometimes it doesn't. It always matters. So while you're over here watching that singer, little boy and the little girls, that's being marketed to young people. It's clearly young marketed to younger people. That means y'all's kids. Spin that, I don't know. It's taken over everybody. So I don't necessarily know who that's marketed to, except for anybody that just wants to listen to some beat and listen to some girl talk about stealing and people defend it because that's where she came from. It's always that's where they came from. That's where they came from. That's where they came from. But my kids, even Cardi B with WAP and all that other shit, my kids can't listen to that, but y'all's kids can, and y'all allow it.
Actually was speaking truth and facts.
The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of the African American family.
He's got a point.
So enough people know that is part of the problem. Single mother homes, being raised by a mother that's not there, not present. Let's not even forget about that story where the lady just came home and SHOT the 20-year-old man that is in the house with her 13-year-old child who got invited in. She came home at 1 a.m. That means that the 13-year-old was home alone or watching the sisters and brothers, because allegedly there's sisters and a brother. And then when she came and confronted and the dude was leaving, she SHOT'd him in the back of the head. Now he's out of here. Now she's being charged with first-degree red rum. If it makes sense to have a bunch of kids by yourself, then fine, that makes sense. It already has been shown that doesn't work, but continues to happen. And then you have people like Ebony K. Williams and many others that say that it's okay to be a single mom. We listen to tonight's conversation for the reason of listening to women who say they don't settle, and yet they continue to be themselves in these situations that clearly show that they do. A 23-year situationship with a man who's with or married to someone else, but you willingly being a side chick. Having kids, no man around, it's always the man's fault, even though women are the ones that decide on who they have X with outside of Grape and Essay. Which ain't right, of course, we know this, right? But child, if it wasn't okay with the first kid, how do you think it makes sense to have a second kid and then the next kid and then the next kid? And then we don't get anywhere, right? So I had this other story. Let me see if I have it up. I don't think I do. 1 second. Oh, here we go. Let's look at this. So this story, heartbreaking. Woman pregnant with her 5th child says doctors have informed her that she will die while giving birth. She got 5 kids. And y'all love to bring this stuff to the internet. Okay. And everybody is supposed to rally around and support and help. It's the same shit over and over and over again, right? 1 minute, Roe v. Wade is the best thing in the world. The next minute, people act like they don't know what it is. But, you know, your choice is your choice. Your consequences are your consequences. Be accountable for what it is that you do. So now come to the internet to try to get empathy and sympathy. And honestly, in my opinion, get some money. But let's hear it.
Hey, y'all. So my doctor told me today, basically, I will die giving birth to my 5th child. Due to the health issues that I have in my heart and my high blood pressure, there's only so much they can do. So it is expected that I will not make it delivering my 5th child. It's really hard to make this video. I have 4 other kids. I've been dealing with this whole pregnancy. If you want to help out, I had to start a GoFundMe because I got to set a plan, a future for my 4 kids. It's in my bio. Hey, y'all.
Now, me personally, right, I think this is another grift, but you know how Black people seem to have a big bleeding heart for everything, especially single mothers, right? And like somebody just said in the chat, so she just found this out on kid number 5. She didn't know that she had this condition. All right, let's say that she didn't. Well, why is she not doing a Roe v. Wade? So the answer is to come to the internet to start a GoFundMe. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. First of all, I don't believe this story for anything. Do I think that she might have a heart condition? Maybe she does, but I don't believe this story at all. Exactly. I think it's a whole ass scam. But bleeding hearts will bleed and get taken advantage of. And then people will say, oh, you're so mean. Oh, you're so mean. I'm mean. So I should give my hard-earned money to someone who decided to be a single mom and have 5 kids. When it's been told several times that this is definitely a way to be poverty stricken for the rest of your life, to just have kids and have no plan. I say this all the time. You never know what's going to happen with regard to the kid that you have. They could have issues. It could be difficult. They could be colicky. It could be anything. Nope. Everybody want to be out here effing. Everybody want to be a feminist. Everybody want to be a misandrist. And then when tough time comes, now all of a sudden the community is supposed to come together. Who? I'm confused. Black women love Roe v. Wade, so I'm not sure why that's not a solution. Whatever state you got to go to in order to get it, I'm sure California will oblige you, okay? Shout out to California. But this is the way that we do things. Why don't you already have something in place for your family, for your kids? Why don't you talk to their father? Why don't you go to your community? Oh, there's no more community. You're right. There is no more community because nobody wants to work together because there are no families. And as soon as we start talking about having a family, getting married, at least having a great co-parenting relationship, instead of trying to keep men away from their kids or saying that they ain't shit, well, you ain't shit either because you had sex with them and had a baby. So until people start saying that, and it looks like way back when Bill was saying it, and it looks like Don Lemon was saying it, but as soon as you say something that makes sense, it's a no. So GoFundMe has turned into the new way. You should already have some insurance. You should already have some life insurance. That's how you can get your kids together. Now, whether you can get it now because of this condition, I don't know. And it might be expensive. But child, my thought is that if whoever you are, can afford Chris Brown $2,500 meet and greets, then I'm thinking that you can afford some daggone life insurance. We didn't know. Okay, nobody knows. So TikTok is not teaching y'all that. This is what I'm saying. So the Black community leaders, where are they at to tell about stuff like this, to require things like this? They don't keep your eye on the daggone prize that Bill Cosby, Amber Gruder, and child, I forget the last man's name, and even Don Lemon was trying to say is what needs to be done. That's how we are going to improve at minimum. But instead of taking the things that make sense to help said community, people would rather go for the low vibrational things to listen to those two musical people, quote unquote, who Welcome to the Culture is promoting to the community along with Spin That. Anything that's worth having might take you some time to do, and it just might be hard work. But instead of doing that, it's easier just to go ahead and, say, I'll just do it this way because that's what everybody else is doing. Your leaders are not teaching y'all this. Your real leaders were the people that we looked at today. Back then, but of course, again, you don't listen to Bill Cosby. I don't know where Aaron Magruder is, but he tried. And again, the last dude, I don't know his name, but it sounds like he was probably too up front and stuff like that, which is why you can hate somebody like Ben Carson, who came from nothing and now he's a millionaire, but he don't count. You can even look at Clarence Thomas. I know y'all will be like, oh, you're just MAGA. And it has nothing to do with it. These are just the prominent Black people that y'all don't want to listen to or give the respect for what it is that they did. So it's a problem that Clarence Thomas married a white woman, but it's not a problem that Venus and Serena have married white men. It's not a problem that Don Lemon is going home to a white man. I don't know if they're married or not. Anyway, let's hear it again.
So my doctor told me today, basically, I will die giving birth to my 5th child.
So it sounds like maybe she should get an AB, allegedly. I have questions.
Due to the health issues that I have in my heart.
So it sounds like she probably already knew that she had some health issues with the heart, allegedly, but I'm gonna go out on a limb.
My high blood pressure.
High blood pressure, well, we already know not we all, but it probably runs in Black people in most of our families. High blood pressure, diabetes, it's the same old crap. But that does definitely, it can be passed down, but we can try to prevent that with diet and exercise. Is that being pushed in the community? Diet and exercise? Stop eating out. Stop eating junk and bullshit. Run on a treadmill for a half an hour. Any of that being taught? They don't teach y'all. They don't teach the community in there none of that. They just said white people are racist and you should be scared. That's the only message we got? Nothing for improvement?
There's only so much they can do. So it is expected that I will not make it delivering my 5th child. It's really hard to make this video. I have 4 other kids.
Well, hopefully they're not watching this.
I've been dealing with this whole pregnancy.
Where's the person that you're pregnant by? Again, I got questions. Where they at? Are they preparing to, I guess, take the kid and any of these other kids belong to them? Let us know that. I got questions.
If you want to help out, I had to start a GoFundMe because
if you want to help out, I had to. Is GoFundMe specific for Black people whenever they need money? Because everybody's just like, have a GoFundMe. Remember the girl that said every single mom should have a GoFundMe? Every single mom shouldn't be a single mom. How about that? All right, I'm sorry. That's just crazy talk.
I got to set a plan, future for my 4 kids.
Yeah, you want to set a plan. You should be setting a plan as soon as you have the kid. You set the plan actually before you have the kid. But I know that's just crazy talk.
It's in my bio.
All right, well, it's in her bio. If y'all want it, child, go to Neighborhood Talk. I'm sure they have all the information. But, go ahead and donate to that woman. I'm sure people will. Just like the woman who had the good morning, Mika. Just like the woman who got the $50,000 from her GoFundMe, and then she went and took the baby daddy back and allegedly blamed him for spending the money, and now she's back in a homeless shelter with her kids. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Keep giving these people money. Require nothing. Keep watching these sad stories and never wonder why Black people are at the bottom of anything, supporting foolishness, allowing foolishness, and then saying it's white people's fault. Oh, and boycott white people too.
In fact, he's got more than a point. Bill?
Raised without much structure, young Black men often reject education and gravitate towards the street culture, drugs, hustling, gangs. Nobody forces them to do that. Again, it is a personal decision.
Now, some people will say the jobs are gone. They left. They went overseas. The factory jobs are gone. I don't disagree with that, right? I absolutely do not disagree with the fact that the jobs have gone or have left and You know, not talking about what's happening today. I'm talking about before, because we know a lot of people are getting laid off, right? We know. What I will say to that at this point, if we know, what are we going to do to change it? Instead of just saying, this is what it is, this is what it is. Okay, you don't just stop. It's not just stop. Okay, so what else is there to do? Your leaders are not trying to tell you that. Your leaders are not trying to hire you. Your leaders are not saying, you know what, we're going to go ahead, like Jamal Bryant, we're going to go ahead and have a class and all the Black people can come and we're going to give back, given the fact that I put my wife out here looking like she's not dressed at all because I want to show her off and tell y'all that you should get a divorce if you don't have a wife that looked like mine, and taking pictures in front of our Bentley. Like, I'm not in the ATL. What does Jamal Bryant do to give back to his community? Anybody know, Bueller? What does he do to give back to the Black community where he's telling y'all what to do while hanging out with his frat brothers, who are the ones that seem to tell y'all what to do? Because don't think that D9 and the Boule are not up in this stuff too. They most definitely are, because most of these Black men that are telling y'all what to do, not only are they low testosterone, but most of them are D9. They're mostly D9 in the Boule. I guess nobody wants to acknowledge that. Not y'all. Well, not most of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no difference. Oh, my goodness.
He is right about that too. But in my estimation, he doesn't go far enough. Because Black people, if you really want to fix the problem, here's just 5 things that you should think about doing.
Now this is your old Don Lemon. For those that follow and like Don Lemon, this is your old Don Lemon, because now Don Lemon breaks into church, not breaks in, that's the wrong word, but he rushes into churches and then acts like that's acceptable. Now, for old school Generation X, we know damn well it's not acceptable to run into a church inappropriately. We know that like it ain't no tomorrow. But somebody like him will do that stuff and then not say anything later about, you know what, it's disrespectful for me to go inside the house of the Lord, regardless of what political stance I stand for, because my grandmother would never think that this is okay. You're never going to hear that. But we know that our grandmothers would never allow that. But now you got grandmothers that raise people like them kids, and they probably only 15 years older than their kids. So they try and be outside. The kids try and be outside. Everybody got kids that they don't want to take care of. And then they blame Generation X to say, you won't watch my kid for the weekend while I go to Miami. It's not because I got to go to work. It's not because I got to work the overnight shift. Will you watch my kid? It's because I got to go to Miami. Okay.
Here's number 5. And if this doesn't apply to you, if you're not doing this, then it doesn't apply to you. I'm not talking about you. Here's number 5. Pull up your pants. Some people, a lot of them Black, gave me...
Well, the wear has changed. I just saw some rapper, somebody or other, talking about if he is ABCD, it's okay to be ABCD. I mean, I guess. You know, whatever. I don't know why he's speaking. I think because they think he's ABCD. So now he's saying, what's wrong with being ABCD? And then you got, you know, rappers like Aaron Magruder showed in the Boondocks wearing skirts and purses and all that type of stuff. The teacher that we saw in, I forget, Penn State affiliate school, with his gauchos and his boots and his hair up and all that stuff, talking about your parents don't like you. That's what y'all like to pay for, to have your kids know? So your kids get taught all that money by ABCDs to tell you that your parents are wrong. That's what y'all paying for? I would never. That's just me, though. I would never.
Flack for saying that recently on the Wendy Williams show. If you're sagging, it means, I think it's your self-esteem is sagging and who you are as a person. It's sagging. Young people need to be taught respect, and there are rules. Number 4 now.
There are rules? What? Don Lemon said that there are rules while he pushing his ass into a church during service time? He was saying that there were rules? Rules are racist, y'all. Rules are for white people. It's a white supremacist talking points to say that you should follow rules. So let's just have no law at all. Just none. Just let everybody do whatever the hell they want, which is basically what's going on right now. And then expect the government to take care of you. And then when the government doesn't take care of you, then you'll say that's racist. Well, why would you want someone to take care of you? How about you have your husband or your wife take care of you when you come together to formulate a nuclear family? You take care of each other. Child, that's old school. That's Generation X stuff. That's not how they do it now. It's more important to be independent and then see how hard it is to be independent while everyone's upset about the price of this, the price of that, the price of this, the price of that. But imagine if you had two incomes that came together and you combined incomes, probably would be a lot cheaper and easier. But child, that's crazy talk and probably a white supremacist talking point.
Is the N-word.
For our generation,
Well, Don, little did you know that they would come up with a new N-word called YN that ain't even been a year old, but it's spread like wildfire. YN is used and utilized all over the place. YN. Imagine coming up with a new derogatory term. Shout out to the culture.
We took the word and we took the power out of that word.
We took this word.
Now, you got these two talking about we took the word and took the power out of it. Then why is it that if a white person says it, that not everybody, but enough people have a fit over it? That's why you got that Chud the Builder out there trying, I guess, well, when he was out there, I don't know, he's in jail if I'm not mistaken, out here calling black people the N-word, like that's his shtick. And then he went and I think he deleted somebody, maybe. I'm not really sure about that story. But y'all took the word back, so I'd be confused. I'm so confused by that.
For our generation, what we did was we took the word and we took the power out of that word.
We took this word and we made it into poetry.
Poetry? Y'all made it into poetry? Oh, okay. I didn't know that, y'all. Who knew? We be learning.
Now, number 3, respect where you live. Start small by not dropping trash, littering in your own communities. I've lived in several predominantly white neighborhoods in my life. I rarely, if ever, witness people littering.
Is that not a white supremacist talking point, but y'all love damn Don Lemon? What? So y'all okay with this? So y'all okay with this? Okay. Y'all love Don damn Lemon, child. And this is what he was saying, and y'all okay with it? And he agreeing with Bill O'Reilly? What's his name? Bill O'Reilly?
Now, number 3, respect.
Child, did y'all tell me, is he alive or not? I don't know. I don't remember.
And we made it into poetry.
So Chris Rock said that we made the N-word into. I never heard that before. Wow. That's interesting.
Now, number 3, respect where you live. Start small by not dropping trash, littering in your own communities. I've lived in several predominantly white neighborhoods in my life. I rarely, if ever, witness people littering. I live in Harlem now. It's an historically black neighborhood. Every single day I see adults and children dropping their trash on the ground when a garbage can is just feet away.
Does he still live in Harlem? Who knows?
Just being honest here. Number 2, finish school. You want to break the cycle of poverty? Stop telling kids they're acting white because they go to school or they speak proper English. And number 1.
Oh, that's never going to change. Hold up, Donnie boy. Hold on, Donnie boy. They ain't never gonna change. Reading. We just went over this this weekend. Reading, when we talk about reading is fundamental and all the things that we did when we were younger, Generation X, there's no looking anything up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do today. There's no researching. It's just listen to blogs, listen to Rolly, listen to low testosterone males, people with nose ring, earrings, hair rings, hat rings, toe rings, all the rings, all the tats. Those are people with green hair, purple hair, orange hair. Y'all would rather listen to those people and take what they say as gospel instead of going and looking into something for yourself. And then wonder why there's so many issues. Oh, and blame you, Sassy Straights. Shout out to the all the men that are here, because you know I'm black male identified. Let me correct y'all when you say that. I'm all male identified for men that are not low testosterone. Okay, there's a difference, but that's a problem for a lot of black people, particularly misandrists, because they say they hate men. And at the end of the day, they be worried about what men are doing all the time. But anyway, it's all y'all's faults. Always y'all's fault. Always your fault. You ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. You ain't got shit. And you ain't about shit. But when you are deceased, in a way, like unfortunately some of the things that we've seen in the last couple of months, or you are a criminal, that's when you're martyred. Are we gonna act like that's not a thing? Okay. Lest we not forget that I'm a pick me too. How could I forget? Absolutely.
the cycle of poverty? Stop telling kids they're acting white because they go to school or they speak proper English. And number one, and probably the most important, just because you can have a baby, it doesn't mean you should.
Oh, Don's telling y'all not to be baby moms, but then y'all say that black men should accept you as your single momedness because you didn't know any better. Maybe I'll make this week single mom week, child. Let me think about that. Let me think about that and see what's up.
Especially without planning for one or getting married first. More than 72% of children in the African American community are born out of wedlock. That means absent fathers. And the studies show that lack of a male role model is an express train right to prison.
Well, lest we not forget that Obama said that even if you have a man in the home, you should have an ABCD come in your home with your son, not your girl, your son, in case he wants to be ABCD and he has someone to talk to. Listen, you trolls can be upset about that and call me a liar and call me all the names that you want to. Your favorite president said these words on his wife's podcast. Go research that and look it up. But y'all love him so much. And I'm not saying you should hate him, but I think that you should know who the hell it is that you listen to, because I would say that Obama is probably one of the leaders of the community, and Obama pushes ABCDism like it's going out of style. So if that's what we think, listen, you can be gay, okay? You can be gay. But what you cannot do is say that when a man and a woman are together in a relationship with kids, that an ABCD needs to come into the home to help your son, not your daughter. Seems like there's an agenda there. Your son should have an ABCD in the home that they can talk to in case they need to talk about their feelings on whether they're ABCD or not. You're never going to convince me anything otherwise. Never. That makes no sense. But a lot of black people think that Obama can do no wrong. So fine, he can do no wrong for you. That makes no sense. And as far as I'm concerned, he can shove that shit up his ass, all right?
And the cycle continues. So please, black folks, as I said, if this doesn't apply to you, I'm not talking to you. Pay attention to and think about what has been presented in recent history as acceptable behavior. Pay close attention to the hip hop and rap culture that many of you embrace, a culture that glorifies everything I just mentioned, thug and reprehensible behavior.
No, well, I would say that's not true, but we just listened to the rap music that shows and proves that it actually is true. Do I still have it up? No, I got rid of it. Oh no, here we go. There you go. Single mom. Hey. I'm not your bitch no more. Hey, yeah, here we go. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. Hey, twerk. Make sure y'all show this to your kids. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. Yeah, this is what y'all teaching your kids. This is what y'all kids like. I tell you. I'm not your bitch no more. Hey, that's the song. I'm about to play it all day, y'all. Not for my grandkids, but I'm gonna play this all day. I'm gonna learn every single word. I'm gonna look it up. I'm telling you, I'm about to find this on YouTube. I'm gonna play it all day. I'm gonna learn all the words. And I'm gonna come back and sing it to y'all. Okay. I'm just kidding, but seriously, this is what we doing. This is what we doing. Yes, it is a hit record on TikTok, and they're promoting it like crazy. Anyway, let me get back over here and finish this up because I got to get to work. He didn't even name that other dude. What was that other dude's name, y'all? Out of Jim Crow, Sean, we in Jim Crow 2.0. What are you talking about? We are in Jim Crow 2.0. I didn't see anyone say that they didn't have ID in here. Is there anyone in here who does not have ID? Anybody? Bueller? Degeneracy. I don't even know if they know what that means, but go ahead. Oh, when you go to church. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on the wrong. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong page. My bad. Let me bring it back. My bad.
Made them dumb and silent. They were dumb to whom God was and all he had done for them. A lot of black people are dumb to who God is and what he has done for us. How he brought our ancestors out of slavery, out of Jim Crow, out of destitution, and made us prosperous, that placed us in this land of prosperity. But yet we've been convinced that no, we must accept this degenerate lifestyle, accept this culture that they want to force upon us that celebrates degeneracy and is anti-God. This lack of knowledge made them dumb and silent. They were dumb to whom God was and all he had done for them. They were dumb to all the miracles that he had performed for their ancestors. This dumbness caused silence. The silence was a lack of worship they offered to God. I'm not talking about if you go to church and you dance around. Worship is a lifestyle. Worship is how you live. Worship is, are you devoted to him? If you jump around and dance on Sunday morning between 9 and 12, but the rest of your life is a mess, is degenerate, you're not worshiping God, you're performing. We have a lot of performative Christians in America, but especially in the quote unquote black church.
Not with Bishop Wooden for sure. Shout out to Wooden. But I got to be very careful who the hell I listen to. I know a lot of y'all are okay with listening to anybody, and you're so indoctrinated and ignorant that you don't want to hear what's being said because it would go against what your mamas have told you. Likely it's probably your mamas, your mammies, and your grandmammies that told you what you need to believe and how you need to feel. That's how Anton's mom, shout out to what Anton said, and what we heard his mama say, that there's something wrong with Anton because he's a Republican. Now he's a straight Republican and his family don't like that at all, and they said there's something wrong with him, a self-made millionaire who was not even that well-to-do, I'll call it, while he was first on YouTube, when he was on Lapeef. I just listened to him talk about that. So even when he first came on, when he was on Lapeef, he wasn't, having as much money as he does now. But, anybody that wants to, try to help someone to get a step up and how you need to move and what you need to do, that's racist. Because if you don't believe in Democrats, then that's the actual problem. Even though they sound half damn crazy most of the time, even though they take anybody on, purple hair, green hair. I'm going to end with that, y'all. When I end the show, I'm going to end with that chopped and screwed video. I think that's how I'm going to end the show going forward. But you can, you can go ahead and keep listening to those people. You stay where you're at. Nothing ever changes. The community is at the bottom of everything and about to be worth zero in 2053. Y'all like it. I love it. I mean, that's not going to be me, but y'all like it. I love it. Shout out to South 43. Appreciate you, boo. He said, if this is the song that's taken over for the new generation is cooked. Good morning, Messi Michon. I appreciate you. We already knew they were cooked. Generation Z got a pass today. Yeah, they might get a pass this week. I'll see. I might have to make separate videos for them. But I saw this. I think Lawrence sent it to me. Shout out to Lawrence. And I think this was important to discuss because the Black community wants to continue to listen to people that at the end of the day are not leading you to any place positive. They're not teaching anything. Everything can't be white people. We have to take some responsibility for what it is that we do and the choices that we make. And until that happens, the rest of it doesn't matter.
The silence was a lack of worship they offered to God. The silence represented the inability of God to operate in our lives because of their sin. It is on us to make the change in the community. These people were trying to warn us years and years and years ago. The moral currency that we once had is over. But the Black triumvirate and the church plant pastors that preaching this Black liberation, victimization, oppression, doctrine and theology and the mass media and the hip hop culture and everything that has been foisted upon the Black community wants to keep you in a permanent state of victimhood because they profit off of it. They don't want you to take responsibility for your actions, responsibility for your behavior. They don't want you to follow the success sequence. They want you to stay dumbed down and ignorant because you're easier to control. And when you're easier to control, then you can be instructed, programmed, propagandized to do whatever the puppet masters want you to do. And the sinister thing about it, this is how the enemy works. See, the devil knows he cannot curse a child of God. So what does he do? He convinces you to destroy yourself. Just like when the Native Americans encountered the early settlers and they gave them blankets and things that were full of disease and it ended them and destroyed them. The enemy does the exact same thing to believers and to non-believers, but especially believers. They get you to believe things, to think things, to have the philosophies of men that lead to your destruction. You must reject that. You must cast that down and accept who God says you are. Accept your identity in Christ, because that will ensure that you will not be a victim, because we are not victims. We are empowered for greatness. You know, there used to be a time.
Shout out to the biblical conservative. Shout out to the biblical conservative. Child, he be trying to tell people they don't want to listen. They would rather listen to blogs and celebrities, lest we not forget about the ideological of celebrities, because that's important too, even though I don't understand why people who don't have listen to millionaires tell you what you should do and how you should do it. They not teaching you anything on how to bring your money up, but they telling y'all how to vote, who to vote for, and when to vote for them, and the reasons why. Because of course, as always, it's only due to racism. Y'all, not all of y'all, but some of y'all clearly don't want to accept responsibility for the choices that you make. Always blame someone. When Donald Trump is out of office, I'm just trying to understand who the hell y'all gonna blame.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist. Racist!
I'm just trying to understand who. Anyway, I really don't care. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. It's 8:09 EST. If y'all got to get to work, y'all get to work. Look, my alarm just went off. So y'all go ahead and do whatever you want with that information. You know, I see the ignorance that are in here. You don't have to listen. I don't care what you do. I really don't care. And this is why when people are like, well, what are you doing? I try to let y'all know and bring you the information like from the horse's mouth. It's not even like I'm just saying shit off of the top of my head. I'm showing you what it is, what these people who are leading you are saying. You don't want to listen to anything that makes sense. You don't want to listen to reason. You don't want to change your mind. And if that's what you want to do, then do it. But keep that shit with you, because I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do, because don't nobody tell me what to do unless you in this house helping me with life. Y'all got it under control. Keep on with your GoFundMes. Keep on allowing these people to lead you. Keep on allowing your kids to be ruined. I don't have a problem with it. Content for days, child. It's Saban. Thank you so much for the gold coin. Content for days. All right. So we might be back later for the funeral. We shall see. Okay, but you're here. Shout out to the trolls. All views matter. That's how simple y'all are, that you're staying someplace in order to say some shit where I told y'all I don't care, because you're the ignorance. You're the ones that are the problem, because you would rather follow someone that says that you should be scared of white people. You're the ones that follow Ricky Smiley that says that you should be scared of white people, but I'm your problem. I'm not your problem. Why would I care about you when I know damn well you don't give a shit about me? Esteban, thank you for the silver star. And that's fine, because I'm not required and neither are you. But if you want to stay where you are, stay where you are. You want to listen to millionaires tell you what to do? Listen to them. You want to listen to millionaires, first generational millionaires say that you can't do nothing because of white people, then don't. You want to be out here saying as an alleged male man that you're scared of another man just because they're white? That's a you problem. I would never know you. I would never marry someone like that. And I would never have anybody around me like that, because I have discernment, because I don't be listening to every crazy ass person with purple hair, green hair, orange hair, tattoos, nose rings, and all the other rings. I don't do that. Y'all can do it. Have fun. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Make sure you comment. I see you all in the next one.
And now another anti-ruckus rant brought to you by the community. Viewer and audio discretion is highly advised.
The community wants to take the word and hold out hoes, whores, OF people, people who put out STD named lip gloss, people who have slept with anybody and everybody at any time, people who talk about the AB clinic like they go into McDonald's, people who just say whatever comes to their mind, people who make songs about scamming, people who like people to pee on them, people who like to hang out with people that could be ABCD, but because they have enough money, it's okay. And then say that that's woman empowerment. So to be a whore is woman empowerment, and that's who runs the community. Y'all stand up for whores, and everybody's just supposed to go along with it. People like Tigger go along with it. Eddie Winslow, whatever his name is, allegedly goes along with it. And people are talking about white people are the problem. Colors, white people are not the problem. I don't care. Say what you want. White people is not the problem with the community. It's the fact that black people listen to famous people with yellow hair, pink hair, blue hair, nose rings, eye rings, tongue rings, lip rings, cheek rings, throat rings, boob rings. That's the problem. Liberals, progressives, and Democrats. That's the problem. Unfortunately, it always comes back to political because, child, none of these people have subscribed would be a conservative person, even though black people are supposed to be conservative. And I still would like someone to answer the question. I know it's not a video that people are liking. That's okay. It's still there to watch. Which ancestor would come back today and say, thank you all for continuing my legacy? Which one? Name them. Which one? Name them. Will come back today and say, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for continuing all my hard work. You're doing spades, child. Y'all are doing spades. So glad that I risked my life so that you all could become fucking whores. Whores don't run my fucking life. They do not run me or my community. And I don't hang out with motherfuckers that don't make any sense. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can listen to caricature all the fuck you want to. Fuck that nigga. You can listen to that funky tether over there that's telling you to your face that Democrats ain't done shit for you, and then turn around and say, keep voting for them. And then you want to turn around and act like white people are your problem when you got all these niggas in your face lying to you, and you still believe them. And then you'll make some fucked up excuse because you fucked up and say, but black people do it too. But black people do it too. And yet black bitches always looking at white people for what the fuck it is that they do and then turn around talking about racism. Make it make sense. I still ain't seen to where, child, what is her name? Blonde hair. Child, the ESPN ex-person, child. You know what I'm talking about.
In the state of Pennsylvania, politics can be very messy, pun intended. Today we embark on a new journey, not Jersey. That helps the state clean up its act. No more candidates that won't speak for people, talk shit, rant, and liked by the community. We need a beacon of hope to transform us into a new beginning, fixing corruption and whoredom that bleeds through our cities. A candidate that is
a funky ass.
A candidate that is reliable, trustworthy, loves the kids, and ain't a hoe. A candidate that really wants to fix this shit. That candidate is Messy Miss Shawn for Pennsylvania State Senator 2030.